My name is Andrea Merriweather, and I'm a bourbon tourism consultant in Louisville. I've lived in Louisville my entire life, born and bred here. Louisville definitely has a very metropolitan feel. You have historic buildings, you have the smaller urban bourbon distilleries, lots of rich arts and culture, but mostly bourbon history. 95% of the world's bourbon is created in the state of Kentucky. If you've never been to Louisville, you should definitely explore it. Come with an open mind. Come ready to explore and experience Louisville through food and drink. So we are here at historic Buffalo Trace for our first distillery tour of the day, meeting my good friend, VIP tour lead, Freddie Johnson.
Oh, baby, how you doing? All right.
Oh my gosh. Buffalo Trace is located in Frankfort, Kentucky. Historic landmark distillery. It houses some of the most rare and allocated bourbons of the world.
So as you look out over these barrels on Monday will be filled with product. We're going to be filling over 1,000 barrels a day. Half the taste profile of a good bourbon is the barrel.
Absolutely.
So the whole time the whiskey's aging in the barrel is expanding and contracting. And by making the staves all different sizes, each piece of wood expands and contracts at a different rate. So that's how our barrel stays leak-proof. So there are actually 7 different degrees of char. And so depending upon the severity of the char, that's how you're going to get these cool flavors in your bourbon. Cool?
Cool stuff.
I was here when I was a kid. It's where we're walking right now. Mm-hmm. We're walking on the original trace or trail of the buffalo through Kentucky.
Back in the day, buffaloes could have been roaming through here as you're distilling.
Oh, Lord, yes, you have to watch your step. You never know. Isn't that crazy?
That is crazy. World-class bourbons right here in the heart of bourbon country. So we are now in downtown Louisville at Angel's Envy Craft Distillery.
Good to see you, Andrea. Thanks for coming. Thanks for coming.
Angel's Envy is a gorgeous new urban distillery in downtown Louisville. You get a very modern expression of distillery culture at Angel's Envy.
You know, the great thing about this plant is, and you know this, it's a good combination of modern versus history. We came in, we completely restored the building. It was built in 1902. We thought it would be a great idea to bring bourbon back to the urban setting, and that's why we picked this beautiful place right here. So you've got your different grains here. This is a representation of the different grains that are in our bourbon. Angel's Envy is known for what we call a secondary barrel finish. So we age bourbon in a new oak barrel. After it finishes in that oak barrel, we put it in an export wine barrel. We have 4 generations of my family that have worked in this building. You'll see right here we have a beautiful bar.
Oh, this is stunning. Well, I am ready to taste the envy of all bourbon land.
Let's do it. Let's do this.
Cheers.
Cheers. Thanks for coming.
Feast Barbecue is a barbecue location in New Lou in downtown Louisville. It houses a large, vast bourbon collection of unique and rare allocations. Hometown barbecue, just a wonderful space to go. I have their signature mac and cheese, Mexican style taco, and of course, a bourbon slushie. Good stuff. We are still downtown. Now we're currently on historic Whiskey Row. Historic whiskey was distilled right down here. These are original facades from back in the early 1800s. When distilling was happening, you obviously needed to be close to a water source. Literally directly behind us, you have the Ohio River. We're gonna keep going down Whiskey Row, checking out more of what bourbon country has to offer. Come with me now to Corner Lou. It's one of my favorite local watering holes where I like to enjoy bourbon in a very metropolitan vibe. just left historic Whiskey Row, and now we're heading to continue our bourbon-infused cocktail journey at Bluegrass Brewing Company. Now we're headed to the historic Brown Hotel. The historic downtown Brown Hotel is just a wonderful, magical place. When you think about signature culinary items created in Louisville, you think of the famous hot brown.
Hot brown is our famous sandwich here in the hotel. Frederick Schmidt was the executive chef at that time, and he is the one who was responsible for inventing it.
I've got my apron on, I'm feeling all official, and I'm excited and ready to make the hot brown.
What we do is we start off with bread. We want to cut the crust off, 2 triangle pieces like that.
Okay.
On the tomatoes, you want to have some fresh ripe tomatoes.
Am I doing all right,
You're
Chef?
doing great. Then we've got some fresh roasted turkey, and then you're ready for the Mornay sauce.
You are in for a special treat. More cheese,
Say it like
more
you mean it.
cheese,
Come
more
on.
cheese,
More,
more
more,
cheese,
more, more,
more.
And there it is, the hot brown sandwich from the Hot Brown Hotel.
Yes, this is phenomenal, Chef. Still down in downtown Louisville, ending our day with the nightcap. Hey, Brian.
Hey, how you
Good
doing?
to see you again.
Good to see you. My wife and I moved back from Brooklyn, and we're going to jazz clubs there, and decided we wanted to have a jazz club here in Louisville, and thought it'd be cool as a speakeasy underneath the sandwich shop, so we opened it. You want to get a drink downstairs?
Let's do it. Jimmy Cant Dance gives you that very speakeasy vibe. You walk into this very obscure basement area. You hear music, live jazz. There's a small bar. Craft cocktails are being poured. Bourbons are flowing. You can go and dance the night away at Jimmy Cant Dance.